This kit's great. Party time cake. How can that be bad?
Everybody loves cake.
Indeed.
So this is the Party Time Cake 6x6 card. And as you can see, it's got banners on there. It's actually, well, I think it has a masculine feel, this one. So you could send this to a man. But again, there's enough pink on there for it to be sent to a woman as well. Or a teenager would appreciate this, I think. It's just a nice cute card and a great standby. Again, if you've forgotten a birthday, you can use this one and keep it on tap if you want to. But as with most of the kits that we have in this collection on issue 2 of Create It, is we've included variations, so you can make 2 different versions of the same card if you like. This one has a birthday banner, but it also has a banner that says surprise on it, and you can actually team up the different sentiments to make it say different things if you want it to. You could actually utilise the happy sentiment like I have here with birthday banner across the top, or you could just use the birthday one with the word surprise, so it says birthday surprise. You could team up the 2 sentiments there that say it's your and birthday, and then you can put surprise underneath if you want to. You can put 2 sentiments on there, or you could just use the birthday if you wanted to. There's different like postage stampy type sentiments that you can utilise, one saying party time, special day, and then with love to go on the front. So there's lots of different variations that you can do on a theme. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to use the orange birthday surprise this time rather than the happy birthday, so we'll have 2 variations on the same card. Okay, so we're just starting out with our basic 6x6 card base, which is just a white cardstock. This is cut from an A4 piece of cardstock, and that's cut at 148 by 148, obviously folded. So we'll go ahead, clear some space, and then we'll get started on the construction. Let's push all that out of the way. As with most of the demonstrations, I've already gone ahead and attached my adhesive, because the last thing you want is to watch me sticking tape down and then peeling the backs off everything without watching paint dry. Not very interesting viewing, but there you go. Okay, so this backing paper is one of those that it doesn't matter which way around you get it, because it's all kind of facing the different, either way, up, down, backwards, left or right. Okay, so we'll place it down with an equal white border all the way around. There's enough space, I think, for you to be able to mat this up onto another piece of card if you wanted to, just add that extra bit of matting and layering. There we go, so that's our base card down. Now we have a triangular piece of gingham, or gingham pattern, to place across the bottom there. So again, I've taped that up already. And you can put this in either corner, or any of the 4 corners really. It's entirely up to you. So getting it lined up is going to be a goodie. So lined up there. And lined up there. Super. Make sure we've got it the right way around. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, now before we go ahead and put the next pattern panel on, I'm going to stick the sentiment to it. So before we do that, I'll take that off, that off, and that off, and then I'm going to line that up underneath, so it's in the middle. There. Okay, and then I've added a little bit of tape just on the back of that, so that should now stick down nicely. So I'll place that somewhere in the middle. Part there looks good. Super. Is that a little bit cockeyed? Nah, it's fine. Okay, so the next step is we're going to put the surprise banner towards the top. Now I've raised this up on foam pads because I think it definitely needs the dimension and would look far more effective being raised up than just being stuck flat, but it's entirely up to you. And the way you do it, again, it is up to you. You might just want to put foam pads on the edges so that it's raised at the edges and then comes into the middle, or you just might want to put another one in the middle, but for the purposes of this I'm going to use one pad on every single one. Now you can see it's all cut out as one piece. You don't have to cut it all out as one piece, you can put them all as separates if you want, but I think it's a lot easier to handle. So forgive my head if it gets in shot. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put the E down and then just gently tap each of them down so it does go all the way across. So birthday surprise, lovely. Let's get rid of those tops there. Okay, so the next thing is to add your sentiment down there. So I've used the party time one again because it says surprise there, so you could have this one as a birthday surprise for a party, or just use one of the other ones if you want to. So line that up and just pop it down there like that. Okay, so our birthday cake has 3 layers. So this is the reason why I put this down first, so I know I can get the candle to fit between some of the banners. So that goes in at a nice little angle like that, and then I can add in, actually I might just add a small foam pad to the flame area. Like that, just to get that a little bit of extra. That's it. I haven't put a little pad on the other layers, so I might just need to do that as well before I stick it down. And I think when you're thinking about embellishing this card, I think rather than use something like glossy accents or something like that, I think actually the best kind of embellishment for this one, if you're wanting to add some bling, is actually to use some glitter, because I think it goes better than just having it shiny with glossy accents or something like that. So there's 2 different ways, well 2 or 3 different ways you can add glitter to a card. You can either use a quickie glue pen and sprinkle loose glitter, or you can use glitter glue, which I think I'm going to use, or you can use Wink Stella pen if you can get hold of one, because they are quite difficult to get hold of. I'll show you what one of those is in a minute if you've never seen one. Okay, so we'll line the bottom of our cake up with some of the elements that are in there. Excuse the back of my head if it comes into shot. Yep, happy with that, and that's it. So that candle's not going to fall down, it's not going to droop. So I'll add one more onto the back of that candle there, and then I'm happy. Fiddly backs. Because you don't have to use foam pads, you can use 3D gel if you want to, if that's your thing, because that's what crafting's all about, doing it your way. Super. There we go. Some real depth and dimension on that candle now. I don't know whether you can see that. Looks fabulous. Okay, so we're not going to use those for the time being, so they can be put to one side. As with the other kits, there's a gift tag which is included in the resources, so you can add some baker's twine or some string through there, or you can use your crocodile and put an eyelet on there and put something else in, entirely up to you. There's some medallions. I'm going to use this one just on the inside of the card, just to give it, just to bring the outside in. Sometimes if you're not going to put an insert into a card, I think it just adds that little bit of an extra touch. Like so. So we're not going to use those, so that can get put to one side as well, so we're not going to use those bits there, so that can go as well. Now then, what we've got over here. Okay, now there are some additional elements to it as well, some like little faux buttons or eyelets on this one as well, but I don't think it needs that if I'm going to be putting some glitter on it. Now I've got some glitter glue, but I've also got my Wink of Stella pen, so I'm going to add some glitter to the stars here. This will dry flat, so add that onto there like so, just to finish that off. And I think I'll add a little bit of glitter to the stars around the side of the cake, just to add a little bit of bling. But what I'm also going to do is just use my Wink of Stella pen. Now this is a brush tip. Let me see whether you can see that good enough on, I'll try and show you on a piece of black. There you go. So you've got a brush tip. Now it holds the liquid in the reservoir down here, and like an aqua painter, which is almost exactly like an aqua painter, but it's got glitter or mica inside it with a solution, so you can literally just paint the glitter on in certain areas just to give it that little bit of extra sheen. And I think because it's got the brush tip, you have a little bit more control as to where exactly the glitter goes, and I think it just adds a really nice touch, a nice little bit of subtle shimmer on your card. There we go, so I'll add that to the fruit around there, and a little bit on the strawberries I think, and on the strawberries there, so a little bit on the orange slices, and I'm going to add it to candle flame. And I think that should just about do it. Super. Maybe add a little bit to the present down here on the bow. Well, I don't know whether the camera can pick that up. Yeah, I think it might be because it's still a bit wet. I think maybe on the bow there a little bit. There you go. So just a little bit of subtle embellishments on that one. So that's the Party Time Cake card, kit number 2. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and you'll join us again for the next one. Thanks for watching.